The video that you're about to catch is from a recent live stream I did covering the topic of why men can't have multiple wives. We dive into polygamy, we dive into red pill, we dive into all those kinds of things. And if you want to check out that full stream replay, click the link in the description to get access to the context behind this clip you're about to watch. And before you continue, allow me to introduce myself. My name is GrapeJuice, and this channel exists to help you and others alike build healthy, happy, whole, and biblical relationships. Comment below your takeaways and enjoy. Marvin says, I'm sure had to play a part. His expectations were skewed by a unrealistic fantasy. That's usually the root. I agree. I plays a huge, massive role in a lot of perspective and thinking processes of men.
Okay, so we know changes the mind. We also know that it's crazy because you're dealing with a fantasy. It's not real. You don't even know genuine connection. You know release, but you don't know genuine connection. You don't even understand what that means. So what you then start to do is you start to objectify who you're with. She just becomes a piece of behind for you. But this is somebody you're supposed to love, supposed to be building something with, building a family with. And so tells you like, no, if you don't bust it open like this, if you don't do it like that, if you don't swing from chandelier and we ain't, on spin tops and all this other kind of stuff, then you're not doing what I need you to do. But the truth of the matter is like, this dude isn't worried about his well-being, being loved, being cared for, being taken care of. If in the event he struggles, he goes through something or whatnot, the truth of the matter is you're alone because all you were good for anyway was what you had to poke into her. And so you're done at this particular point in time. And you get sick, something goes down with you. You don't have no woman because you don't have no value to her anymore. You're no longer high value. You're just a sick dude with a penis. That's what you are. You're sick with the penis, but you don't have any more value. See, this is part of the problem of what we're not seeing is connecting with somebody who loves you and you love them. And then the ideal is that you guys carry on in a relationship, a significant relationship, a valuable relationship, a God-centered relationship, one that looks like what God said that he will bless. It's so different, man. It's so different. And so, yes, we watch stuff and it skews what's really supposed to happen. Man, listen, I'm gonna say something to y'all. Christians should have the best sex lives ever. Straight up. But we can't because too many of us have gone into these pathways, man, with these things, and we've allowed for these other outside scenarios, y'all, to jump into our minds and start to get us twisted in the way that we do it and thinking we need something else. But can I say this? I've said this before too, and I think it's worth saying again. The only thing different is the face. I'm just gonna let y'all know that. I'm just gonna let y'all know that. I know that some of y'all be like, oh, is this that? No. The only thing different is the face. But when you get married and you're in a covenant, you're in a commitment, and you've got somebody who you're living your life with, man, and you're spending your time with, you're making love to them. You're connecting with them. The other part, that's all you're doing in the other part. There's no connection in that. The only thing different is their face. That's all that's different. Because at the end, you're still going to do what you do because your body is meant to do that. That's the only thing different. And perhaps what that person will do for you that somebody else may not do for you. But again, how you know that when you get married, that your spouse might not be open to some things? You don't know that. Instead, you come in with preset expectations because you done already been with a couple of other hoes. I'm just putting it out there. He's a hoe too. And anybody who's willing just to give up their body like that, I'm curious, man, to know what's going on in their mind. You got to have some respect for yourself. You got to have some value for yourself and say, wait a minute, I'm worth more than this. I'm worth more than that. And it can't be cars and bags and trips and Instagram pictures and all this other kind of, what is that? What does that mean? And you just all alone. That don't make no sense to me, y'all. This whole concept doesn't make any sense to me. High value, low value, red pill, blue pill, black pill, green pill, Pillsbury. None of it makes any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me. This ideal of I need multiple women. You know what I think it is? I think it's an insecurity. I think it's an insecurity in men who don't have the ability to commit and to connect with one woman and build something with them. Because if you can build a business And that's the thing, maybe that brings you your finances, and you can put that all together. You can't tell me that you don't have that ability. What you're telling me is that in this place, you're too insecure to commit to somebody who could put a demand on your time, right? On your resources, on your character, on your integrity, right? On who you are as a person, right? And you have to perform in those other places. So what you do is you bypass that, thinking that as many people that you lay down with is your power, when in truth, that's a weak man, not a strong one. You're a weak man if that's what you do. And you're like, hey, I got this going on over here. I said it a couple of days ago on my own social media. Don't be winning in all these other areas and then losing at home. Don't, because you'll have people clapping for you doing the wrong things, because you can be sincere and be sincerely doing the wrong thing. I don't want people to clap for me outside of that. I don't. Don't clap for me outside of that. I'd rather have my wife and kids clap for me, and now my grandkids. Those are the people who matter the most to me. Let them clap for me. I don't need the applause of other people outside of me to clap for me. My wife and kids, though, I'm winning when that happens. It's a bonus if I go out in society and that same energy, that same space is being handled out there. It's different. So I actually think I was holding back to say what I thought, but we've been on for a little hour, 12 minutes, 12, 15 minutes. I actually think it's an insecurity, y'all. It lacks accountability. I don't think that's balling.
I look at all those activities and actions, and I see something completely different than what other people may kind of praise in comment section and allude to. Like, yo, he balling. Oh, he a high value man. Oh, no, I see a lot of fear. I see a lot of pain, insecurity, struggle. 1000%. So I like those thoughts.